I have quite a few things that we do throughout the year in building a relationship with our players. And one thing that I forgot to do this in a playoff game a few years ago, and one of my players got real upset. And we have what's called Appreciation Friday. Every Friday, we get together for about 40 minutes to an hour, and we sit around and we appreciate one another. That's just what we do every Friday. So I missed it one Friday. We were traveling, we had a game that night, and we won the game, but the player came back and she said, "You know I didn't have a good game." I said, "Yeah, I saw that." She said, "You know why I didn't have a good game?" I said, "Why don't you tell me?" She said, "You didn't have Appreciation Day." And I went, "Whoa." And she was serious. And the reason we do that, I think about 10 years ago, I'm up in San Jose with my team, and we're driving down back to Southern California. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. We're almost home, about 30 minutes out of Pasadena. I get a phone call. One of my players, her mom had passed away. So guess who gets to tell her that? 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we get to Pasadena City College. I let her know, and her family was there to pick her up, and that helped out a lot. But I let her know that her mom had passed away, and I went to the funeral. And we've been to funerals, we've all been to funerals. And people get up and they say some good things about you. And there's always people that say, I wish I would have told them this, how much they meant to me about this and what they helped me in. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and I'm going, you know what? I'm going to make sure I do something about that, at least with my basketball team, so that you got all these wonderful flowers at these funerals, and they cost a lot of money for funerals, flowers. They cost a lot. But the person never gets to smell them. They don't see them. And I'm like, man, we need to start appreciating people when they're living. And so that's how I started Appreciation Friday. So every Friday, my team sits in our team room, and they go around and they pick anybody they want to talk about, and they say something positive about that person. No conjunctions with the if, ands, and buts. I like you, but we don't. I like you, but you need to learn how to pass me the ball. No, we don't do that. Everything is positive in our Appreciation Day. And you can do whatever you want. I mean, you could make a card. You can give them a candy bar. You can do whatever you want on Appreciation Day. So they go around and they say something good about somebody on our team or our coaching staff that day on Friday. And that usually takes about an hour. And I always have the Kleenex and the tissues because we're always crying. We everybody's feeling good. Somebody saying something good about them. And chances are, in that week, that's the first time someone has said something positive to them the whole week. So they look forward to Appreciation Friday on my basketball team. Another thing we do, I have my assistant coaches, they text every one of my players every morning. And if you're not a player and you're a recruit, you're getting text every morning too. You're getting a quote, you're getting a good morning, you're getting something from us that we're thinking about you in the morning, okay? So my assistant coach sends out a text every morning. We're on Facebook once a week saying something to them, And if they have some crazy Facebook pictures on their Facebook, we let them know, you need to take that off, Oh, I'm gonna take you off as my friend. We do something like that. But we let them know that we're looking at them, we're thinking about them, and we're concerned about them. We have individual meetings every other week. I meet with my players. I meet with 5 or 6 of them, and I split it up among the 3 coaches that I have. We meet every other week for 15 minutes at least, talking about anything from school, relationships, to jobs, anything that concerns them. And the biggest reason is that when you get on my basketball court, I need you there, body and mind. If you just had a big argument with your boyfriend, you're not thinking about my practice. And now I'm upset. And so I let them know, I said, don't make Coach Perron upset. So we talk about everything so we can get it out. So when you come on the court, your mind is in the basketball. And that's one of the reasons we do it. The other thing, because we care about what's going on in their lives, and if we can help them in anything, we help them. One of the biggest things we did this year, we have mentors for every one of our young ladies on our basketball team. So not only do they meet with myself or my coaching staff every other week, but they have a mentor on our campus that they meet with every other week. And mentors are great. I have mentors that take these young ladies to get their driving test using their cars, They'll take them shopping. I'm in college, so we have kids from outside the area. They'll take them shopping, the ones who don't have immediate family in Pasadena area. But they do things for them that we normally do, but it's taxing on us, and that alleviates a lot of stress and situations that we get involved in. And we have mentors that help us out a lot. So I would encourage you to have mentors. I don't care what age group it is. It takes away a lot of just things that coaches have to do, and coaches do a lot. Coaches are social workers. They're teachers. They're principals. This is all the hats that you have to have on your head. They're parents. They're pastors. They do everything. Coaches do everything. So when you can get some help in the area, I know when I can get help, I take advantage of it. So take advantage of the help that you can get. Another thing we do grade checks, and these things we do grade checks every 5 weeks. So I know what kind of grades you're getting. And if you need and tutors are free. So we get you a tutor, whether you need one or not, just someone to study with. And these are things that when we're doing these kind of things for our players, they're understanding that we're caring about them. And I've learned this over the years. When you get a player to believe that you care about them, man, they'll do anything you want on the basketball court. When I have these long 3.5-hour practices every now and then, they just do it, But usually our practice is 2 hours, and I love it during the season when we go down to an hour and a half, But twice a year we run 25 laps on the track, I just put them out. I said, you got 1 hour to do 25 laps. And the first time they do it at the beginning of the season, they're like, oh, what we got to do that, And they just do it, By the second time we get to our 25 laps, which is somewhere in the middle of the season, it's not for conditioning, folks. That does not help basketball conditioning. That's the mindset, It's just if I ask you to do it, just do it. I want to know if you're going to do it. And you can do it. You got to run. You can do it in 1 hour. You can get 25 laps done in 1 hour. And so we just do that. But they know that all the little things we do, it build up to them seeing that we care about them on and out and off the basketball court. One thing I found out last year, we started doing this 2 years ago, I think, was we have journals. And every week, and I think this is really good. Every week they turn their journals into us on Fridays of what they've written the whole week. And this is their chance. And here's another thing. We may have 15 journals coming in, and they can put on their journals which coach they want to have read their journal. We don't share with each other from coach to coach unless they want us to. But if they write my name on a journal, that's something that young lady wants me to know. And usually she's mad, okay? She's expressing herself about something that's taken place that week or the last couple of weeks. And I give them opportunity to voice their opinion, and some of them don't do it too well, but they'll write anything. And that's for men and women. We can write and express ourselves, and I allow them to do that, and they get it out. And I read it. I don't hold anything against them. I tell them all, whatever you put in the journal does not increase your playing time, and it won't limit your playing time. That's just between us, So we have our journals, which they've been writing with, and they continue doing throughout the season and throughout the year. But I found that to be real helpful when people can just write down things they like, and normally most of the time it's things they don't like or how they're feeling about a situation. We have team outings, and that seems to build a lot of relationships and our team bonding. We'll do bowling. We'll do the mountain trip, go up in the mountains and stay for a weekend. I'll do the cookout or the swim party, the barbecue at my house, and we'll do the paintball. But what I like the most is when they have their own outing together. When they've orchestrated and taken some leadership and the team is gathered together and they go and have their own little outing once a week or once every 2 weeks. And that's when you know your team is bonding. I tell my team, and I'll purposely sit outside the gym when practice is supposed to start at 3 o'clock. I'll sit outside the gym and I'll just watch them. And I tell them all, this is how a coach knows they have a good team. When you start to practice before I get in there. When you can go through those drills that you already know that we do. We do this sideline drill every practice for 15 minutes. And so they know what to do. When they can start my practice without me being there, then I know I'm on my way to having a good team with some leaders on it. One thing I have to do, and this is not just for women, it's for men too. When you have issues on basketball teams, I don't care if it's from being selfish or to being nonchalant. When you have issues, I know when we have issues, I try to address them immediately. And I will cancel practice just so we can talk for about 3 hours as a team. And that's about how long it takes to start getting it out. I'm telling you, it takes a while. But if you address it quickly, you won't have it. It won't be a 6-hour talk. So I try to address it quickly, and we sit in the team room, and I'll just get a feel when I walk into the team room before practice. I go, I don't feel right in here. And I look at someone, I say, you feel that? And when I'm going, I go, okay, we got to talk about this. So I give everybody a chance to talk and about what's on their heart, what's going on, how come this atmosphere is like this. And I know that at least 3 times a year, we have these long talks, which starts to get out whatever's inside of people that's bothering them. And they can address the next person on the team, and they know it's in a controlled atmosphere. They know I'm there, and it's not this crazy hollering and cursing. It's just, let's talk. Let's get this out so we can fix it. And so I do that a couple of times a year just to make sure that those things don't come on our basketball court. Now here's, let me jump to just basketball. We got any questions so far about some of the things I talked about? Yes. Emotions. You know what I tell my young ladies? I'm emotional too. I say, I'm emotional too. I have my days when I'm just like you. I said, so we better help each other. I have 2 female coaches, and when I notice something or they notice something, I say, hey, take her. Just go hound it. It could be during our practice. And you can tell when someone's having just a hard time. And I wouldn't press them through it. I just say, go talk to so-and-so. They're not penalized. Just go talk and let's get it out. And the coach will come back to me later, and they may be gone the whole practice. I don't know. But I think it's important that they get it out and they talk about it. Even if it's an issue with me, talk to the other coach about it, and then we can talk about it later. But I do address those because you can't put them under the carpet. We win. Well, I think in the last 10 years we've only lost 6 games in 1 year. Okay, so we have these phenomenal records of 25-5, 31-2, records like that. And I know it's because I let them get